Hey everybody, it's me, Trubiak, and I'm back with a little bonus video featuring Tanya Tucker, the actress. Yes, I said the actress. For one thing, post-production of this series, I realized that I skipped over any mention of Tanya Tucker's association to film and television. And that's a shame, because there is still a chance for me to redeem myself, and I'm going to do that for you guys right here and right now. First things first, if anybody out there remembers the 1972 American Western film Jeremiah Johnson, starring Robert Redford, Tanya played a very small role when she was just 9 years old. And I do mean small because the role is so small, in fact, that if you blink, you actually miss her. But it's her for sure, and she talks about this experience in her autobiography, and it is one of the primary examples of how her dad was working so hard to help get her into the industry one way or another. Also, I do know that Tanya has starred in some episodes of Love Boat and Fantasy Island. I have seen these in the past, but I can't seem to track them down. And in the meantime, this bonus feature is to highlight specifically two movies that Tanya starred in and had speaking lines and a character name and was featured in on the original motion picture soundtracks. Now, the funnier and maybe even more noteworthy of the two, to me, is the 1980 comedy, The Georgia Peaches. Actually, if I go to Wikipedia, it says here, The Georgia Peaches, also known as Follow That Car, is a 1980 American made-for-TV television action-adventure comedy produced by Roger Corman as a pilot for a proposed television series. See, I cannot believe this because I had no idea, even right up until today, finding this out, that it was pitched as a pilot. Can you imagine if this, well, I guess if you don't know the film, it'd be hard to imagine it becoming a TV series, but I'm kind of amused by it right now. The movie starred Tanya Tucker, Terry Nunn, Take My Breath Away. Yes, Terry Nunn and Dirk Benedict as three friends. Well, okay, actually, Tanya and Terry Nunn play sisters, and Dirk is Terry's boyfriend. But anyways, the entire thing is just about how they are extorted into becoming undercover FBI agents for the government. It's horrible, but in a slightly amusing way, I guess you could say. At least amusing enough that I watched it 3 or 4 times so that I could draw these caricatures. It actually seems like a mashup of the Dukes of Hazzard and Charlie's Angels, except Tanya stars as Lorette Peach, a country singer. Isn't that just brilliant? Needless to say, I love how Tanya looks in this 1980 nostalgia extravaganza. She wears spandex jeans and she sings some really familiar songs. And so wait, actually, okay, here is the thing. I do have a copy of the movie itself, but lo and behold, there is no vinyl of the soundtrack to be found, at least from my research. But it don't really matter anyways because all three songs that pardon me, Lorette sings are songs taken from Tanya's previous records. That's kind of weird, right? For example, Better Late Than Never comes from 1979's outlaw rock album Tear Me Apart. The San Antonio Stroll comes from 1975's Tanya Tucker, and Can I See You Tonight? It could be love that we're making comes from 1980's Dream Lovers. So it's just kind of random to me when I discovered that they'd throw these songs from different albums into the vinyl soundtrack and on into the film when they had Tanya Tucker right there to record new material. I mean, hashtag missed opportunity?
I just hear it now. Let's make a warm welcome for the Honeysuckle Sisters. The Honeysuckle Sisters.
Anyways, guys, check out the film if you ever have the chance. It's cute, and Tanya, you look real cute in it. Okie dokie. I actually really hate to have to mention this next film, but I'm gonna do it in the name of being thorough with my gospel teachings. In 1981, a terrible movie called Hard Country came out, and it starred Jan Michael Vincent as a factory worker with no ambition, or charisma, uniqueness, nerve, or talent for that matter. And Kim Basinger plays his love interest, who wants to pursue a life outside of Texas. I've watched this one too, and if I squint, I can see shades of urban cowboy. You know, that's at least what it seems to me that it's trying to be. But it fails miserably. What a terrible movie! Tanya does star in this, and she has a small role as Caroline, a country singer. I wish that I could say that I enjoyed this film, but I can't. Not even the flashes of Tanya acting as a country singer. The one redeeming thing here is the soundtrack, which I did track down on eBay. So, Cowboys and Cowgirls, the soundtrack is worth your listening. And yet again, the higher ups chose to grab 3 more random Tanya songs from different Tanya records. One that we have here is Gonna Love Ya Anyway from 1976's Here's Some Love. Texas When I Die from 1978's TNT, and Somebody Must Have Loved You Right Last Night, 'cause you're so far away today. Somebody turned your love light on in a different way. From 1979's Tear Me Apart. Now again, not that great for Tanya fans hoping to find some new material, but hey, she's there, and the songs are still as good as they were on the actual records when they came out. The actual highlights of this soundtrack are the tunes by Michael Murphy with Katie Moffett, and a tune by Jerry Lee Lewis. So these are the things that all in all would make it worth your checking out, guys. And that's basically a wrap. I really thank you guys for stopping by. And until next time, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you anyway.
Have I seen you somewhere before, Miss Lorette?
I don't think so. Have you ever been in Nashville?
Now I want some answers. I want them straight and fast. Where's your sister?